But anyway, going back on the unrealistic expectations, the article mentioned about the single player, which is the whole shtick, the whole point why we have this problem in the first place. The single player. When I heard that Marcus Leto, the granddaddy of Halo, is coming to EA, and they're opening a new studio, and they're making a new single player. They're basically making the universe for Battlefield, right? We're starting from scratch. We're gonna make a whole Battlefield, your whole Battlefield cinematic universe, right? Whatever the case may be, right? I got excited. I was like thinking, wow, fuck yeah, finally. The thing we've been saying for the last 10 years, it's finally happening.
Yeah, there's actually a good captain at the helm that's gonna take over and is gonna do this right, and it's gonna do what it needs. What I personally have, like, even I got swept up in this. Like, I've been like, oh my god, maybe we'll get a Battlefield cinematic universe or what the fuck ever, and everything will be tied together and things will make sense. And
for example, like, so we're making a website, and on that website, we're gonna, well, I already did. I'm documenting everything we've been saying for the last 10 years, right? I documented everything we said in the last 10 years. So I went through it through that website. I still not live, but I want to see how it works. And I search certain keywords, see what we discussed. And in episode 13, I mentioned that Marcus Leto leaving the studio, leaving EA, and the whole company and Ridgeline Studios being shut down. I was cussing EA for this nonsense. And this article basically says, yeah, so they were making something, they were behind schedule, there was a lot of development problems, and they were not happy how everything is going at Ridgeline. Okay, our context, that sounds reasonable, but then you read the article and say, it's because EA put unreasonable expectations for this new studio, because they expected Ridgeline Studios to work the same way as DICE, as Ripple Effect, as Motive. Studios already got established, they have a workload, and they expect Ridgeline Studios, a brand new studio that's still trying to get things going, still trying to figure out the workflow and everything, and they expected them to do this instantly. So putting unrealistic expectations on the studio, and that's what killed the studio, because they could not meet those deadlines. So this is, again, EA being douchebags, but I understand where this is coming from, but still being douchebags, right? So that's what pisses me off. I was really looking forward to this single player game. And as I said, as I go through this, through the website and reading what we discussed in there, I predicted this, for example. What was it like? I believed on that episode, number 13, as I go to the website, Tom believes that the new development teams will not continue Marcus Leto's vision for the next Battlefield single-player game. Look and behold! Came true. Absolutely came true. The work was given to Criterion, then it was given to Motive, and everything they got, we discussed the last couple of episodes ago about the new single-player details. All the media got inspired from last year. The movie Civil War and the show Lioness, the media stuff that came out last year. So that basically tells us everything that they worked on, scrapped, deleted, never be brought up again. And the whole fucking shtick of this...
That creates problems in of itself, too.
Yeah, so
wasted
the whole
time, wasted money. You're definitely wasting that money.
Literally wasted...
If you're going to shutter a studio and throw something away, that literally is losing an investment. That's like selling stocks in the fucking negative, and I don't understand why corporate management thinks that doing shit like this is appropriate. I mean, you either work with what you fucking got or you just stop doing it, period. You don't hand it off to another studio and go, well, now it's your turn. Pick up where they left off. We're not going to have any previous instructions or any idea of how the hell they did this either, and best of luck, champ. Wait, why isn't this what I wanted it to be? This is another problem with corporate culture these days, and corporate not understanding how shit is made. If you don't understand how a thing is made, it's very hard for you in order to understand when you're sending unrealistic things. And that has been 99% of this franchise's fucking problem. And DICE Sweden calls it out. DICE Sweden has always wanted to make the best product that they possibly could. EA has always wanted to just huck it as best they possibly could, instead of just letting DICE make something that they're proud of, that they know is going to be fun, it's going to be engaging for the player, it's going to be what the player base actually wants, and then the money comes afterwards. This has been a core problem. They're trying to make a live service model while trying to make a fucking game. And if it doesn't seem like it's going to sell, instead of it being fun, the sell has to happen over the fun. And that's a fucking problem. You can't, it's gotta stop. This whole bullshit of upper management not understanding timetables when they're unfamiliar with them because they never coded a thing in their fucking life, or they've never worked in Macs in their fucking life, or they've never done anything artistic at all in their fucking lives, which is another argument I throw out there for fucking AI bros who anyway.
Oh my god! I know this is off topic, but have you seen what when Microsoft did the layoffs a couple of days ago? There was a executive or something like that at Microsoft saying you should use AI to deal with your losing your job as therapy or something like that. Have you seen that? Oh, you haven't?
No,
okay.
And I'm cringing at the thought of
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, he deleted that fucking fast.
Oh, you lost your job recently and you can't afford to pay your bills. Anyway, talk to my energy-hogging, highly polluting fucking AI chatbot in order to make yourself feel better.
Yes, that was basically that. But,
what the fuck is society coming to? Seriously, what the fuck is society coming to?
Going back on their unrealistic expectations for... So Ridgeline Studios got hit with unrealistic expectations. That's why Marcus Leto was fucking... This explains everything. This is why Marcus Leto was extremely angry at EA and literally told them in the most diplomatic way of telling them to fuck off. So he told them to fuck off diplomatically because I understand. Like, I want to know what happened. And this article basically says, because EA was pushing unrealistic expectations on a studio that just got founded, right?
The worst part about this whole thing is this is fun. This the funniest thing is it's just now being apparent that it's happening in video games. Like shit like this has been happening in TV and music and fucking.
Oh, it's happening everywhere
in general. It's been happening in all sorts of our fucking media for ages. Everybody wants to sit there and go look at what happened to the MCU. All right, let's.
Oh my god, good, perfect example, yeah.
Here's a perfect fucking example of a franchise imploding on itself because it got more focused on the money instead of just making something good. And we can throw this at everything in the fucking world right now. Everything in this fucking depraved society of ours is so focused on making money. Like we throw our fucking cars away when they break down. We throw our phones away when the battery dies in it instead of being able to replace the fucking battery in it. We're more focused on the product. We have to make the product. The product has to sell instead of asking the question, is the product that we're trying to sell any fucking good?
Yeah.
Marvel. Prime example. They had a vision of what they wanted. They built this thing up. They built the fucking Infinity Stone saga up over the course of the beginning of their movies. They earned the shit. They earned the accolades and the rights that they had at establishing and doing all of that shit. And then finally when Endgame happened, Endgame literally happened. That was the vision. The vision stopped. There was no direction afterwards in order to go. But yet at the same time, we had to make product. We had to keep turning the fucking meat grinder, even though the meat that we were putting in it, instead of it being, grade A quality Angus beef, we're now throwing squirrels in that shit and wondering why the sausage that we're making doesn't taste the same and people aren't buying it. And no matter how we try to frame it in marketing, it's still not appetizing for the people to fucking eat it. So instead of eating that, the people are just eating dirt or whatever other fucking restaurant people are making, because that's how capitalism fucking works too. That's exactly what's going on in the video game franchise as well. Why isn't this game what it used to be? Well, because it became more focused on making the money instead of making a good product, making something that's fun, making something that people want to engage with, that would sell a lot naturally over time. We have whores running companies nowadays. They want money. They don't care whether the shit's good or not. They just want to make money.
As I was going through their website, I literally saw what I said. I checked what I said, and I said that any human being, like any normal human being in a different job, when you waste millions opening a studio and you show nothing for it, and you close down and you're still saving your job, that's fucked up. That's
highly.
Listen, I already was calling for Andrew Wilson's head after 2042. I was already calling. I was calling for that. And after the Ridgeline Studios got closed down, after you brought all this talent and everything to have a vision for your Battlefield, finally you sort a vision. Like, listen, this is our universe, this is our game, this everything, this is us, this is Battlefield, right? We start from scratch, we start like, this is us, right? You bring all this talent to do it. You bring studios, you start to like sort out everything. And of course, when you make big structural changes like that, no matter what company you are, there will be some growing pains. That's expected. Take time. That's expected. You know, like when you're opening a new studio and you're trying to go buy all these 4 studios to work together on something, of course that's expected. There's going to be some growing pains. You're going to have some roadblocks and everything that will need to be sorted.
I mean, but especially if nobody has worked together before. Like, if no people have any baseline of interest. Like, these people gotta, you know, it takes a month and a half at minimum for people to start becoming homogenous and working together. And besides that, on top of that, the initial crew, your dream team crew that you put together, it might come find out that they might not like each other. They might not want to work with each other anymore. I mean, goddamn, look how many great movies have been made that were one-time things, but because, you know, behind the scenes, nobody fucking liked each other, but yet the dream team was there, it got done, and I mean, I feel like video game execs wants this to happen with that, but the thing is, it can't happen that way. You know, people have to get along in their workplace for them in order to produce good work, too, because at the end of the day, if I'm working around a bunch of assholes that I don't want to fucking be around, I'm not going to do I can't do my best work because I can't ask them for help. I can't rely on them for shit. I can't trust them in order to do their job right. So in a way, I've got to waste some of my time in order to go back behind the other people that I work with to make sure they're doing their shit right. When you have a homogenous work environment, that shit doesn't happen. People trust each other. People know, oh man, I know Jeff down the hall is going to get his shit done. So I don't have to worry about pre-planning or spending any time in order to figure out if I've got to fix my shit because his shit needed to be fixed. You know what I mean? And that's a big problem with development in anything nowadays too. We're changing people around like it's fucking baseball or football, thinking that's how shit works in an office environment, and it's not. You know, people got to get along. You got to give them time in order to get along. You got to give them time in order to get acquainted. You can't just throw a studio together and go, hey man, boy, you know, why ain't you got a AAA game set put together in fucking 2 months? What the fuck? Yeah.
But yeah, like after the Ridgeline Studios closure, Andrew Wilson should be going. I'm sorry, every decision he made in the last 5 years, dumb.
Yeah,
absolutely dumb. Sure.
I don't understand how he still has a job right now.
I still don't understand
how he has made decisions that have wasted that much money. And everybody is like, oh, yeah, that guy should still have a job. I mean, God, I say this at my job all the fucking time because I come across some dumb shit from people that make substantially more fucking money than I do, but yet I'm the one who's got to fix the fucking problems. You know, yeah. I really wish. I would love to know what it's like in my life to be that much of a colossal fuck-up, make that much fucking money, be able to piss that much money away, be able to fuck up that hard, and still wake up the next day and not have to worry about losing my job. I want to know what that's like. What's that like?
At least...
Oh, I just fucking I just pissed away $200 million in an arbitrary decision. Hey, well, that's way more than my fucking salary is anyway, but whatever.
I'm realizing that now. Maybe the reason...
I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, maybe the reason why he's not on fire, not on fire yet, I think is because... Yes, they closed the studio down and everything. Yes, some people lost their job, but majority of the developers still have their jobs. So I guess they got shifted to other departments and everything, so technically still have a job. So
the money's still wasted. It's still wasted time.
Yeah, it's still wasted.
There's still resources you're not getting back. I don't care if you fucking took and merged the Philadelphia Eagles with the goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers and made one team. You're still wasting everything that came before it, essentially. It's still wasted money. And you still have to spend money to make that happen. Yeah. So my question is this. How much money has been wasted paying Andrew Wilson, and how much money has been wasted on Andrew Wilson's decisions? If one figure is bigger than the other, something is a fucking problem here. And I think we know what the problem is.